Avi Meyers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny at Hirsch and myself. We're on the web, ntnm.org, all the shows from the last 7 years. You can find Community Policing, caps24.org, National Night Out, Tuesday, August 6th. Sonny Hirsch's beat Devon to Peterson, Kedzie to Ridge. We'll meet at Greenbrier Park at 6 o'clock, Tuesday, August 6th to about 7:30. The cops will be there. There'll be free giveaways. Same with my beat, which is Devon to Pratt, Kedzie to Ridge. We're going to be at Warren Park. And the entire 10 sector meets on the second Thursday of every month at 7 p.m. and go to caps24.org to find the locations. You can also report graffiti there. And, not all graffiti is gang graffiti. Some is done by very talented artists who don't have a proper canvas like my next guest. Mm-hmm. And it is my pleasure to introduce you to Jeffrey Littleton. Jeffrey, how you doing?
Hello, Evie. Good to be back.
My pleasure. And you're with the Uptown Art Center, among other things?
The Uptown Art Center, yes. And lately I've been working with a lot of Uptown Art Center artists, too, but it isn't Uptown Art Center per se. But Buena Park Neighbors, we're having an art expo in Buena Park, which is Montrose to Irving, the graveyard to the lakefront. More or less, graveyard being Graceland, the Who's Who graveyard. You might even know a few names in that graveyard.
There are some very famous people buried there.
The people who built Chicago. Well, anyway, so we have a space that was given to us. Last time I was here 6 months ago, I was kind of rambling on about it a little bit, and it was the early stages of it, and we were finally getting it going just in 2 days on Thursday from today. Actually, tomorrow, what am I saying? Today's Wednesday, yeah. So
Today's Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, one more day. It's been really busy. We've had a lot of work to do. But we're kind of joined with other organizations, like Pivot is having seven performances there. There's going to be a lot of different ones. They're going to be doing a reproduction of some B horror flick, something about rampaging rabbits or something like that, and then something about a Marie Antoinette cooking lesson. And there's a lot of other artists. We have a lot of artists with their work up, and performance artists are going to come in and out, and just a lot of different things for 3 months, for the whole year.
Nice.
For the whole summer, I mean, this year. And also another businessman who owns the Reservoir Grill, he gave, actually that place, I should say, that's owned by the same folks, three brothers who own Michael's Pizza. And they're giving us the space, which is cool. So it's a community giving the space, and we're just organizing it and just shoehorning as many artists and performers as we can get into the space in the time. And another businessman who runs Reservoir down the street, another bar and grill, he gave me a storefront just to use for my art. And I've been in the window like a fish in a bowl, painting and all that. It's really cool. So, and I'm going to have that for the whole summer. So that's kind of where I've been planted. Well, I still got my studio at the Preston Bradley. That's where I love that studio. That's my place,
That's the former People's Church. Is they still
yeah,
have
it's
a
still
church
the People's
there?
Church. Yeah, it's still the People's Church downstairs. There's a shelter in the basement. There's the Uptown Arts Center, about a dozen artists. There's the Pastime Theater, and there's a Ghana. Well, I call it a Ghanaian church, but they're people from Ghana. It's a Pentecostal church, and they sing. They get 2 in the morning. They're up there all night singing. It's incredible. I can hear them. I'm downstairs on the cross, and I can hear them. But it's a great building. I just love it. It's a nice studio. I like the storefront painted studio there, but it's so public. I mean, I need a little privacy when I paint. And I like to have a little bit, like that. I'm like a fish in a bowl, and it's fun though. It's kind of like both two together are really cool. So I'll be doing that all summer.
Yeah, by the way, that's one of the reasons I'm up late night too, because if I write, I can't have interruption, and I've got to be on my own. And the best time to do it is after midnight.
Yeah, and these days, we're all on the end of a hook and line with these smartphones. It seems like everybody can get you messages, bing, bing, bing.
Which, by the way, is the reason I'm the one person in life that still doesn't have one.
You're smart not to have a smartphone. Smartphones are for dumb people, and I want to be one of those people without a smartphone.
I do not have a cell
but
phone.
I can't yet. I don't know why I got one.
It is such a pleasure to be able to walk and not have a phone ring.
Yes.
And not see all these people texting and.
I mean, think about it. How did we do it? They planned a lot of things back in the old days. The Normandy invasion, all these complicated things without the internet. Why can't we do it? It's like, what did we do before cell phones? We made plans. Now they just have a phone. Where are you now? Where are you now? Oh, I think I see you now. There you are. It's like we don't.
Yeah, I don't think people are thinking, especially based on the way they've been voting the last few years.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the last more than a few years, but that's another story.
Yeah, we don't like to think. Maybe that's it. So yeah. So that's been happening. That's an ongoing thing, and it's kind of cool that it's ongoing because we never really had a firm plan with the Art Expo of what we're doing, and it's great how it's all coming together. It's just like that mural I did on Lakeshore Drive. That's kind of what started the Art Expo was, okay, it's like you have this ugly ugly tunnel under Lakeshore Drive going into Peace Garden, and one artist does a mural there and takes too long because everybody's talking to him, and I'm keep talking to everybody. But I wound up just meeting a lot of other artists, and now there's like 3 other artists. There's already 2 more murals in there and more going in. So it's something about artists, they kind of see what's happening. Somebody has to provide the space, and somebody has to get the space going a little bit, and then other artists just kind of glom right on. And that's kind of what we're trying to do with it. So, you know, the small ball, you know, like you've heard about this entertainment district, all this.
Right.
They got the chariot way in front of the horse. Man, they got it so wrong. It's just, I mean, it's great. It's all a big venue. I mean, just think in your mind what a music district is small venue, small things, right?
Yeah.
Is it infrastructure project, people plazas? Is that what you think of when you think of? Do people go to Austin, Texas or Nashville for streetscaping? You know?
No, actually not for streetscaping.
No.
Matter of
They
fact,
go for
on
the small stuff, you know?
we actually one of the guests after you, we actually went to Texas for other reasons. We'll be talking to him, Roger Keats. But in any event, well, first of all, you know what? You're right about that. And the fact is also, you know, like artists don't think like accountants either. Although sometimes maybe a little bit of that doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is, yeah, you know, I actually used to be a member of the Mayor's Committee on Music and the Arts under the Washington administration. And they were trying to build a music type thing in particular, and they had all these highfalutin guys, you know, from big record companies, and a guy like Dick Shorey, who was Mike Ditka's personal manager, among other things. And, you know, it's interesting you say that, because now that I think their thoughts were so large, nothing happened, and the thing just expanded without anything happening.
Well, I look at it as a failure waiting to happen. If you want to think of it as a success in the term of like one guy with the one theater, the Uptown Theater, I want to see it fixed up, but that's not an entertainment district, one big venue. An entertainment district is, let's put a hard number on it. Okay, our hard number right now, live music venues, is 2. Green Mill and Carol's Pub. It has like a cover band and plays country music, you know? That's 2 live music venues. And we have, let's face it, Alderman Kaplan and his supporters are some of the most fickle people on the planet Earth. And they're gonna fight every single alcohol license to sell. Now, okay, let's talk about how many, a viable music district, how many bars? Let's just say 20. Half of those will be bars, half will be restaurants that have liquor. I can't see them going over 5. And so it's just not going to happen. And you know, and where's the small, like again, Austin, Texas has a small venue musician office that is just about the needs of small business, the small operators, and the artists. They have insurance policies, stuff like that for you know, housing programs for artists, artist sustainability. Because okay, if you know artists are going to attract business, why not invest in the artist? I mean, if you know that streetscaping, you know, lamppost and designer fire plugs are going to get business, you invest in those. Why not invest in the people? So it's the content. You see, the whole thing is all about like one big venue, when it should be about 20 small venues and about the content. It should be more about the content, and then the people come, and then the people who want more small venues come. It's so backwards.
That makes an awful lot of sense.
$300 million, and what we're talking about from programming and from our sustainability is about 1/10 that number. 1/10, or maybe even less than that. I mean, that would be 30 million. I mean, maybe it's like 1%. Think about it. $3 million.
Yeah, that would support an awful lot of artists.
But
in the meantime, we're out of time.
Okay.
If people want to contact you, Jeffrey Littleton.
Okay. You know, for now, buenaparkneighbors.org for more information on the Art Expo, or for me, uptownarts.blogspot.com. That's kind of like where I put out a lot of things about Uptown.
And by the way, if you want to see some really cool art, friend of mine on Facebook, he's got some really great stuff up there beyond question.
I'm always doing more.
Jeffrey Littleton, we're really out of time.
Thank you so
much. We appreciate your
Thanks,
comment.
Avi. Great to be
you.
here. All right, bye-bye.